All right, we waited 16 years for this. It's finally Penn State versus Pitt week. Neil, you've covered Penn State for 40 years. You've seen great games. What does this finally mean to you to have it come back around?
I just think it's such a great historical game in Eastern football. I know everything has changed since the heyday of the 70s and the 80s when both of them were playing for number one. Both were the biggest obstacle for the other to get there. And I think that was the height of the rivalry. I don't think there's a game on Penn State's non-conference schedule in particular that means more to to a majority of people that follow it, and definitely on the Pitt side.
I think most of us can agree that the game should be played every year. The reality is it's not. James Franklin wants to, they have to play one Power 5 team. That's the Big Ten rule. James Franklin doesn't want to play two potentially risky games in the non-conference. So people can criticize him for that all they want, but they're not going to play Auburn or Virginia Tech and Pitt. It's just not going to happen.
I understand that, but I think they can gauge how this is and the interest around it. And I know, a lot of the Penn State people don't care if they help Pitt, but it clearly has helped Pitt. But I also think that it will help Penn State in the sense that you have this early season rivalry game. If you're good enough to beat Pitt in a high electric type of relationship, that it will help you going forward. Maybe more so than going to West Virginia. Virginia Tech. Those are good games, but I don't think they accompany the passion that is coming with this. And I'm not suggesting they play two of those teams, but that would be tremendous for your schedule in a place that you can't sell out right now.
All right, we'll have a lot of great coverage in the paper about the rivalry. We had our special section on Monday. Neil looked at the history of the series and his favorite memories and some former local players' favorite memories. I have a piece on Jackie Sherrill and Johnny Majors. We're going to have a point counterpoint in Thursday's paper about which coach needs a win more in this game, James Franklin or Narduzzi from Pitt. But let's switch to the field real quick. We're both picking Pitt to win. What do you see? What did you see from Penn State against Kent State, and what do you think will happen this week?
I just didn't see enough. And I do think we're going to see a better offense. I think they shielded some things, but I didn't see enough to make me confident that they're going to go over there and win. I think this is really a big game for Pitt emotionally. It means a lot to them. And the other thing is Penn State has not been real good on the road under James Franklin. So until they sort of proved those things, I wasn't quite ready to pick Penn State.
All right, I'll give my score first. I've got Pitt 30-23. I think Pitt's going to move the ball pretty well. I've got a lot of questions about the Penn State defensive line. Kent State ran for 200 yards on Penn State.
Yeah.
Now you take 50 away for sacks. Kent State ran for 200 yards.
Yeah.
I got to believe Pitt's going to move the ball a lot. I got 30-23. I think we'll see a better Penn State offense.
Yeah, I think they really are trying to get the ball downfield to Godwin and Hamilton. They kept throwing late. I don't think that was to try to roll a score up. I think it was to try to refine their long passing game that they know they're going to need because Pitt's going to gang up on Barkley along the line of scrimmage. Franklin has said that. He knows that it's going to be a big deal for them to be able to make this passing game work.
What's your score?
I picked 24-21 Pitt.
All right, so you got Penn State covered?
I have Penn State covering.
All right.
So far.
It should be fun. We waited 16 years for this week, so we finally get to see the matchup on the field Saturday.
Yeah, let's enjoy it.
All right. For Neil Rudolph, I'm Corey Geiger. Thanks to Mike Boydum for doing our video of our PSU presser.